All right, our first guest is someone that girls dream of becoming.
Our new Miss Minnesota is Ellie Mark, Miss St. Croix Valley. Rachel Aaron, you are...
So this was back in June.
Wow.
Ellie Mark crowned Miss Minnesota. And Miss Minnesota is now packing her bags for the East Coast. She will be competing in the 100th anniversary of the Miss America competition.
Ellie, welcome to Minnesota Live. I heard you gasp watching that video. So it still gets you every single time.
Yes, every time. I mean, there's such a delay between our new Miss Minnesota is and Ellie Mark that I have to take a moment to go, they're going to say my name again, right? This isn't a dream still, right? So it's very surreal.
Well, congratulations to you. This happened and then kind of COVID happened.
Yes.
And that must have just really put this in a spin. Tell me about this process, because you were only supposed to have this crown for a few months, right?
Yes, so actually I was crowned with a local title of Miss St. Croix Valley back in February of 2020.
Okay.
And I was supposed to have that crown for about 3 months before competing for Miss Minnesota. Then I ended up holding that crown for 15 months before becoming Miss Minnesota. And things were starting to open up again. It was really exciting. But now with the new variants and things being the way that they are, things have slowed down a little bit. But I'm glad that I will still have the opportunity to head out east and compete for that Miss America crown in just a week here.
I was going to say, you leave, what is it, next Wednesday?
Yes.
And you go to Connecticut. This is where everything takes place. But you've already met most of the girls competing, right?
Yes, I was out in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun, which is the host site for the competition, back over Labor Day weekend to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Miss America competition. Got to represent Minnesota and Paul Bunyan, Red Wing Boots, Babe the Blue Ox, whole 9 yards, in the Show Us Your Shoes parade celebrating both the Minnesota heritage and the legacy of this organization. So got to meet all the girls then, and I'm excited to see them again next week.
Oh, I bet. I
So,
bet.
Ellie, how do you prepare for this kind of competition? I mean, it's a different level. So what have you been doing the last 6 months to kind of gear up for this?
A lot of it has just been doing the job of Miss Minnesota, recognizing that if I do a good job here, then I'll do a great job as Miss America. It's being out in the community, giving all those different appearances, being on TV shows like this, and having the different interview experiences has been incredibly helpful. But for me too, it's been a lot of personal reflection and trying to remember what it is that I would want to accomplish in becoming Miss America, what is the message I want to send to our youth, and what are my goals with the job, even if it's only 365 days.
Yeah, your platform is bringing light to topics of mental health and wellness and that whole body self-care. Why is that topic important to you in particular?
I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression back when I was in college, and I felt incredibly alone during that time. I was looking for someone like me at the time to say, hey, it's okay, other people experience this too. So I wanted to take it upon myself once I found therapy and medication and this long-term recovery to be that person for someone else. And then I stumbled upon the Campaign to Change Direction, which really combines my personal love of being able to decrease the stigma around mental illness, but also my professional love, which is public health and talking about prevention.
Well, and this campaign says, you know, take care of yourself, check in, engage. I'm curious what kind of response you get from kids, because you speak to a lot of kids about mental health. And I think that hearing that for a child and knowing that they're not alone is really important. And to see someone like you wearing this crown and all done up must make them feel like this is okay.
Yeah, and one of the most moving conversations I had was with a young girl at one of the Boys and Girls Clubs that I visited. And she came up to me and she said, Princess, what if I feel sad all the time? And it just shattered me because I was probably the first person she told that to. And it made me realize, the first thing I said was, I feel sad sometimes too, but just like any other emotion, sadness will go away and we will find happiness again. And I commended her for being so brave to be able to say that. And so, yeah, very powerful.
I know, I'm like,
I didn't mean to make you cry this early in the morning.
We both have young children, and I mean, this time, COVID has really changed things for kids. And so I think this message is so poignant even more today. Man, I did not think that Miss Minnesota would make me tear up today.
But you know what it is too, is that Kelly, I think like for our kids, they don't want to hear it from mom and dad, spew all this kind of stuff, but to hear it from someone that they look up to, I think is really powerful. So congrats on doing that. That's fantastic.
All right, let's turn this around here, shall we? We've got
Can we talk about your Instagram dog first?
Yes.
Right. There we go.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Your dog, and please tell us your dog's name because I just think it's the cutest thing.
So his name is Wilmer Taffy Mark, and he is an Airedale. So the story goes, my whole life I had a stuffed animal named Taffy, and he was an Airedale. So growing up, I always wanted to rescue an Airedale, and miraculously, he found me, I say, in the town of Wilmer. And when I met him, I thought, he's not a Taffy, he's a Wilmer. So I call him Willie. And then, of course, I thought it was so cute. I made him an Instagram, and
well, of course.
He's a goofy goober, that's for sure. So when I talk about mental health and things that make me feel better, I often talk about little Wilmer Taffy and his crazy antics.
Wilmer Taffy,
The
that's
power
just the
of-
best name
of animals.
What
All
a
right,
sweet dog.
We're doing a little fishbowl with you. We decided since you were Miss Minnesota, we wanted to find out favorite things that you have for Miss Minnesota. So we're just doing these questions. Our producer Mike wrote them, and here we go.
Oh, perfect.
Favorite vacation spot in Minnesota?
Ooh, okay. Growing up, I always went to Leech Lake in Walker specifically. It was once Huddle's Resort. Went there every single summer. That picture with my dog was actually at Huddle's.
Oh, how
so
appropriate.
Definitely my favorite.
Okay, Camp Snoopy or Nickelodeon Universe, which do you prefer?
Snoopy, hands down. The Peanuts are my favorite. When it switched to Nickelodeon Universe, I was excited about SpongeBob, but then I realized it was just this big, scary ride, and I don't like heights. So I miss Camp Snoopy for sure.
Good answer.
Favorite coffee shop?
Oh, gosh. Okay. Being from Red Wing, my favorite one is Mandy's in Red Wing. Yes, it used to be Lily's, and I went there as a kid. And then when it opened up again and it was Mandy's, it's by far my favorite
That's a
place.
great spot. Okay, speaking of Red Wing, our last question. Favorite thing to do in Red Wing? This is your hometown.
Oh gosh, that's so
There's so many
tough.
things. I
There's
was just
so
there.
many
There's
things.
so many things.
Yes, okay, Levy Park has a very special place in my heart. Whenever I was working in high school, I would always take my lunch breaks at Levy Park, and they recently renovated it, excuse me, and getting to go there, they have these cool plaques, they have art, there's so much to do, plus just the beautiful views of it all. Definitely my favorite spot.
And I think, Ellie, I think you're ready for those harder questions.
Yeah, this is so much easier.
You're so great.
You made us laugh. You made us cry.
Yeah.
We wish you so much luck, Ellie.
you.
Best of luck.
Congratulations
We can't wait
on
to
your
see.
title.
Thank you so much.
Rooting you on. Big
We
time
sure are.
here. Hey, you can watch the Miss America pageant on Thursday, December 16th. Root for Ellie.